On 8 out of 10 Cats, Mr. Saturday Night, it's Vernon Kay. Hey, Joe, it's Joe Wilkinson. And their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, another vowel, please, it's Rachel Riley. Rock and roll comedian, it's Tim Minchin. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 29% of women under 30 say they want the perfect body? Well, here it is, ladies. Come and get it. 79% of people say they feel guilty putting recyclables in the bin. I get round it by placing my recyclables in a paper bag and throwing that in a hedge. And the average woman walks 7,000 miles in her lifetime whilst hoovering. And that statistic is brought to you by the year 1953. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think people have been talking about this week?
Oh, it's got to be X Factor, hasn't it?
X Factor.
Who's your favourite?
I like the 2 groups that are left and Sophie Habibis. I think they're really good.
I like her name, Habibis.
Yeah. She's good.
Habibis, it sounds like an excellent chain of hotels. Oh, where are you staying? The Habibis.
The makeup's gone a little bit crazy and all the clothes, and they've kind of turned them all into Lady Gaga. It's a bit weird this year.
You have to put a lot of makeup on and things to distract from their personalities, though, because that's human.
What are you saying?
My big bugbear with the X Factor, it's created a generation of British audiences who can't hear a sentence and not react to it. You're not allowed to just say, well, I thought it was quite good, but you need to get better. And just have people go, I fundamentally agree with that. Everything is either, boo, or I tried to watch it, but they just go along the line, and it's boo, cheer, whatever the one is to go, I don't really like fish. Boo. But I do like fish.
I don't mind the X Factor at all. My only problem with it is it's on telly. I think, but it's just the start of it. It's such a big build-up. You know, you should have these explosions like... and then there's all the judges arriving in helicopters and by speedboat, and all the names are coming down like... like biblical tablets. You have 4 months of that, and you end up with Matt Cardle.
The beginning of the show looks like if you tuned in and you hadn't heard of it before, you think, oh, the world's ended.
Yes,
yeah. Oh no, the world's ended and it's been covered on ITV. Dun dun dun.
That's how those televised debates should have started during the election.
Yeah.
Something like that. Big music, fireworks. It's David Cameron!
Do you watch it? You must watch it, yeah?
To be honest with you, I've never seen an episode of The X Factor.
Because you... Well, no, because...
Strictly.
No, it's not banned, because my wife, Tess Daly, she works on...
That's where I know you from.
But Strictly Come Dancing is on kind of before and a little bit during the X Factor. So I watch it with the kids, and then when X Factor's on, I'm putting the kids to bed. And by the time all that routine is finished, it's finished.
You could video it.
No.
What I think, sorry, is that it's not as good, apparently, because there's no nasty judge. Like Gary Barlow, he's supposed to be the nasty one. But he looks like he's just such a nice bloke. He should be judging chutneys at a village fete. It's spicy. It's spicy. It's very nice, that.
I miss Simon Cowell being on it, because he was horrible, and I liked that. Because he knew that crushing people's dreams made good telly. Yeah. And I think he should have his own show called Crushing People's Dreams, where he goes around giving people bad news, like, oh, unfortunately your shed's been broken into. You know, stuff like that.
That's not actually a dream, is it?
That gives you a terrifying glimpse into Joe's life there. He's gone, my dream of my shed not being broken into.
Yeah, nice.
Joe's dream is to have an unbroken into shed.
Four times.
Really?
Breaks your heart. I have to keep me spade in the hallway.
I imagine that for a man with your facial appearance, having a spade in the hallway doesn't frighten guests at all.
I think it'd be a much better show if they got rid of the singing, just get rid of the singing, and just people got up and just told sad life stories.
Yeah, I do like it. I enjoy a tragic backstory as much as the next
What have you got
man.
for us this week? My nan died. Oh, that's not going to keep you on till next Saturday. Your shed was broken into. You're through. Where have all, you think about it, where do all the contestants go? Because if you think about it, it's Big Brother, Britain's Got Talent, X Factor. Where are all these contestants? And I reckon in about 50 years' time, we'll find like a mass grave of all the celebrity contestants. People going, oh, just found Michelle McManus.
Well, surprisingly, that's not one of our top 3 talking points. But my top tip for the series, Frankie Kokoza, has the drive, certainly, but does he have the natural talent of a Sophie Habibis? Sean?
Oh, yeah.
Sean's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
The Dale Farm.
Oh.
The evictions from Dale Farm. I turned on my television and I just saw these caravans on fire and these travellers running across fields crying. I thought it was a Top Gear special. I expect to see Richard Hammond in a bulldozer going... And then James May in a biplane swooping on them like that.
I'd build my own tank.
Clarkson could have borrowed that tunnelling machine that did the Channel Tunnel and he just comes up from underneath.
I find it very difficult to see the serious side of any story in which someone gets tasered. If I had the ability to taser... If you knew you could taser people and you're supposed to give a warning, you wouldn't give a proper warning, would you? If you do not desist, I will. If you say what? Oh, yeah. What?
So what do you think of the Dale Farm evictions?
Well, I find that all we ask of travellers is to travel.
They chained themselves to the gate, didn't they? They chained to the front gate, and I just thought, well, give them the gate. Everything else, just give them the gate.
But what I want to know is, what are the Caravan Club doing about this? They're standing on the sidelines watching caravans get burnt. They're like the RSPCA for caravans, they are. They should be out there protecting caravans.
OK, let's have a look and see whether Dale Farm is up there. Yes, the Dale Farm saga continues. Wouldn't it be an idea if, instead of throwing bricks at the police, they held on to a few of them and built a house? OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things to go.
Oh, yeah.
Go, Sean.
Is it the collapse of the Blackberry messaging system?
They had what they described as a catastrophic outage. I had one of those once after a reheated prawn curry.
I'm not on Blackberry, so I didn't experience any of the tragedy that befell millions of people where they couldn't go, I'm in the bath. It seems quite serious.
It was pretty bad. I mean, it went down for 3 days, no Blackberry.
It's not massively serious, is it, when you sum it up? It's not. It's a very first world problem. Limited web surfing capability for 3... Not like Africa are watching the news going, we should do something, because they cannot see someone and go, oh, what was he in? Knackered.
It's gone a bit mad, though, isn't it? Where, because, 3 days without email. I remember when the height of technology was like a calculator on your ruler. Can't believe believe they put it on a ruler.
You've sellotape.
Yeah. 2 seconds. And when you had a watch with a light.
The thing...
Apparently.
I find the Blackberry, I haven't got one, but I find the annoying thing about them is when people have got Blackberries, because now people talk about Blackberries and Apple phones as if they're the Beatles and the Stones, or Mods and Rockers. It's tribal. And people with Blackberries always go, yeah, it's better for email, though. But on my phone, I can send and receive email. I don't know how much better it gets.
That's the weird thing is they're rivals, you know, the Apple, Blackberry, but in a crumble, they're harmony.
Let's have a look and see whether Blackberry is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, the Blackberry email system failed several times in the past week. You'd have thought Steve Jobs' ghost would have had better things to do. Right, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get. John's team.
Well, there's been a parliamentary probe this week.
Another one.
It's got Liam Fox into a lot of trouble.
There is this weird thing it's sort of the unsaid thing in the paper, isn't it? That Adam Werrity and Liam Fox have been doing it.
It's more that they got to a point where they tried to report it as a news, because it's a big news story that, you know, someone's been gaining access to Parliament, basically, and lobbying for arms deals that he has nothing to do with. And they tried to report all that, and people went, yeah. And then in the middle of the week, they just went, and they might be doing it with each other. And everyone went, ooh.
Are they saying it overtly, though, the press?
No.
Saying it?
There's a rumour that Liam Fox is gay, but he's denied it, and he's a married man. So, what do you make of this? What do you make of Liam Fox resigning?
Well, I don't know. What I find funny about it is that is the Defence Secretary has got himself in a situation where his friend is a non-executive director of a so-called charitable organisation which has been funded by right-wing American businessmen, while at the same time, right, he's posing as an advisor to the MOD while pursuing his own paid lobbying agenda. I mean, stuff like that, you can't make it up. I was laughing about it with the wife this morning. I was going, oh, can you believe what they did? I mean, the more you think about it, the more you just go,
Every day something new comes on. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a flamboyant man in his 50s. He wants to go away, wants to take a friend.
Buddy along.
He's bringing a friend on holiday, staying in the same hotel. Where's the problem there?
But the thing is, you don't bring your friends to work unless you're a plumber. It's a well-known role as a plumber's mate. There's no well-known role as, hello, what do you do? I'm a Defence Secretary's mate.
I just help him get stuff from the van, you know.
But do you think they ever had a chat and said to each other, listen, you come with me, we'll have a bit of a laugh, we'll go around the world, we'll set up a company, we'll get on the blag, we'll get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, we'll get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just weird, it's bizarre.
They must have had that conversation at some stage,
They must
I would
have.
imagine.
They don't apologise, do they? The Tories, they're very good at using like a long speech in which not once did he say, I done it, soz. And he started off by saying, I just want you to know that last week I saw a man whose kids were dead. So let's get this in perspective.
Yeah, that was incredible.
If you get busted at work, you're not allowed to do it. I just want you to know, someone got stabbed in town last night, so...
Cameron said that he resigned with dignity, didn't he? Which really annoys me. I want to see one go mental. Smash his office up, you know. Call Cameron a wanker and then shit in his yucca plant.
Let's have a look and see whether Liam Fox is up there. So those were the most talked about stories this week. But in other news, Steps are at the top of the album chart, having announced they're reforming. All they need now is to find a mutually convenient time when all of the bandmates are available. Basically, they've got to choose between tomorrow and every other day in the future. So at the end of that round, Sean, Joe and Vernon have 2 points. John, Rachel and Tim have 1. So next round is pick of the polls. John, Rachel, Tim, what do you want to answer a question on?
Can we have the lady with the knife and fork? She looks angry about what's about to happen, and I want to find out why.
OK, all right. Well, your related question, OK? Worst thing on a date, a fussy eater or someone who drinks too much?
If they're a fussy eater, you can just eat their food. Done. I'm happy.
So that would be a good thing for you, a positive
That'd be
thing.
fine, as long as they actually go to the restaurant to start with, because I did go out with someone that would only eat, like, yellow stuff. When I was young, he'd only eat, like, chicken nuggets and chips, so...
So you'd go out to a restaurant and go, do you have anything yellow?
Would you go to a custard house? One of London's very
that's the
fine
problem.
custard houses.
How many dates did you have with this guy?
I went out with him for 3 years.
John, are you a fussy eater?
No, I'm fairly easygoing. It's the drinking that concerns me. They have to drink. Especially on a date where it's awkward anyway. You don't want someone who's going to remember it.
Non-drinkers are difficult. I respect their decision to not drink, but it makes life very, very hard. It's like having a different religion. It's fine, they can crack on with it, but I don't want to be with them, so...
I find a heavy drinker on a date very much a positive. But if they're hammered, you know...
It's kind of different for the man
It's a
or the
clincher.
woman.
Yeah.
The men might try and push drinks on the women, but if the woman can't really do anything with the drunk man.
Yes, you can.
I went on a stag do once to Edinburgh, right? The stag was a very, very dear friend of mine. And this is a prime example of alcohol makes you go over the line, right? We're watching the FA Cup final between Liverpool and Arsenal. Half-time, we're all sat around having a couple of pints. My mate turns around and says, "It's boring, this, isn't it?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much. Give me 5 minutes." And he went upstairs and he came down in his dressing gown with a can of deodorant. And he just got on the microphone, you know, like they do in a local pub. He went, "Ladies and gentlemen, the human fireball!" And he sprayed himself in deodorant and lit it. And then he got the belt from the robe. The human fireball would like to introduce to you the helicopter. So he got the belt from his dressing gown, wrapped it around his penis, and then pulled it really fast, and his willy went...
I thought we agreed we were never going to talk about this afterwards.
What alcohol does, it brings out the competition element of the male. So what happened next was that another friend said, "Well, watch this. Everyone give me your coppers." So everyone coppered up. You know, like, you won't know about that because you're posh. So everyone put, like, the pennies in and the 2p's. He put 83 pence in pennies down his foreskin. Yeah. And then he started coughing and they all individually dropped out. Now, that's a party trick.
How did he find out he could do that?
Because he was drunk, Jimmy!
You sure it wasn't Darren Brown's stag do?
OK, all right, so what's worse on a date, a fussy eater or someone who drinks too much?
We're going to go fussy eater.
Booze.
Someone who will only eat booze.
What are you going for?
We're going for someone who drinks too much.
OK, Sean, what are you going to go for?
Probably heavy drinking is worse.
I can tell you, you are right. Yes! 63% of people said someone who drinks too much is worse than a fussy eater. I think a fussy eater is worse. If she won't put that in her mouth, she's not going to like what I've got planned for dessert. Oh, this tasted coppers. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your question. Top reason people are jealous of their friends.
I've got a mate who works at a Marmite factory.
Yeah.
He's always the talk of the town, so...
Some people love him, some people...
No, we all love him.
So I'm jealous of is Joe's beard. I can't grow a beard.
Me neither.
I can't. And if I even 2 weeks, I just look like a sort of, really old tennis ball. Patchy and bits there. I mean, you could just probably knock that out in a couple of hours, can you? Yeah.
You're looking at that through rose-tinted glasses, though, because Joe can't go to playgrounds, for example.
I've got a mate who lives right opposite the station. You can see the trains coming in.
Living the dream. Living the dream.
I've got a mate. You're going to hate this, with a padlock on his shed.
I'm jealous of my friend who can get 82p up his foreskin.
I can beat him. I can put a pound down there.
Are you jealous of any of your friends?
I can't get up in the morning and I'm just a really lazy person.
I'm jealous of her for not having to get up in the morning. There you go. Sleep until midday, lovely. With her.
Really lazy.
I'm jealous of anyone with a foreskin. That was different. That's not you.
Not outed me.
You were, though. You'd be the world's #1 tranny, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would be an amazing tranny.
Yeah.
So you've got to have a dream.
See, this is it. I just don't know how to talk to women. I would never think to say that to a lady.
Isn't that way with women?
You watch it done and you think,
Good way to
oh,
chat up
yeah.
a woman. Say, you're so beautiful, you'd make an amazing tranny.
It's slightly ironic coming from Tim, I think.
Yeah.
You have slightly the demeanour of the world's worst.
Yeah, I should. I just always forget to shave.
No, here's the world's worst. I can do something which will make you all jealous, especially Joe. Look, I can do this.
Whoa! Forget Joel, that's amazing!
Is that the Olympic symbol? What?
Joe.
Yeah.
He's just trying to make sure I know.
Look at the amount of people in our audience currently going...
Do you start from the little one and work forward?
If you've just tuned in, we've gone mental. OK, so top reason people are jealous of their friends. I'll give you a clue, it's a really superficial thing.
Yeah, it'll be money or having a hot girlfriend, boyfriend.
Hair's not far off.
Hair, looks.
Looks.
Noses.
Money.
Long arms.
Long arms.
Skinner?
Skinnier is the right answer. What? She got the right answer. Skinnier. Yeah, that's... Apparently the top reason people are jealous of their friends is because they're thinner. Victoria Beckham's so thin, she's got to be careful when she has a bath, because if the water's too hot, she could turn into stock. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Joe and Vernon have 3 points, and John, Rachel and Tim have 3 points, which means it's a draw. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in tomorrow night for 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut. That's it from us. Good night.
It's Joe Wilkinson and their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, Shappy Days, it's Shappy Gorsandi. Welsh Wonder, it's Ellis James. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, male sparrows chirp insults at each other when trying to attract a mate? Mainly, you looking at my bird? 68% of teenagers say they've changed their eating habits as the result of celebrity chefs. They say celebrity chefs, they mean Ronald McDonald and Colonel Sanders. And 4% of the British population say they might be bisexual. Well, you either are or you aren't. You can't have it both ways. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
X Factor?
Have you been talking about X Factor? What's been going on X Factor? Tell me everything.
There's been the bullying with Misha and whoever else she was doing it with.
It's Misha B, isn't it?
Yeah, Misha B, you get me. I love Misha B, though.
You love Misha B?
Yeah, I don't think it was bullying. I think it was just showbiz banter. She was meant to be bullying Sammy.
Sammy,
but Sammy said she wasn't. Sammy said, look, I'm 6'2", 20 stone.
Who said this?
Sammy.
Could you say that again, please?
Yeah, Sammy.
Sorry, who was it?
If you want me to spit at you, I said Sammy. I said Sammy, Sammy, Sammy.
Ironic that we're talking about bullying as I do this. Say Sammy again, I like it.
Sammy. So, all that...
I should just say, because I was teasing you a little bit
Yeah.
there, if you're being bullied because you've got a speech impediment, there are people you can talk to. But it will take fucking ages and they may be
But Sammy said on This Morning that she weren't bullying me. Look, I can handle myself. Look at me. I'm 6'2", whatever, with her heels on, I think that is. If she's 6'2" without heels, that's a worry. No wonder she took her shoes off when she done the final song on X Factor. Because, honestly, getting excited when you're 6'2" in a bad pair of heels is awful. I would have bullied her as well in that dress. Because, really, I mean, going out there in that... Did you see it? It had that, like, sort of leather bit in the middle, which wasn't right. I know she can't, you know, you can blame the stylist for that. But anyway, so apparently...
Here's some full stops if you want to use them.
So Sammy's saying they weren't bullying anyone, but Misha's being accused of bullying, which is, you know, it's a serious thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I personally don't. I think that it should have stayed backstage. I don't think it should have been brought up front. Do you know what I mean? It should have stayed back... Because that's what happens. That's show business, isn't it? I mean, before someone goes out, you say to them, you know, do I look nice if you're in... I'll get the... Just got on your paper now. I've got a stutter as well.
Now Sean's got to get tested.
Back to
X Factor.
I personally think it was, like I say, just backstage. If you're in competition with someone and they say, you know, before you go and say, oh, how do I look? You say, like, fucking shit. You know, you want them to feel bad, and that's what I think it is.
Sorry, Joe, he didn't.
He did say that.
He was right that time, wasn't he?
So I don't know. I don't know.
I love the fact that Joe and Louis are on the same team. It's just...
Two peas in a pod. I can do it, I've been practicing.
Biology teacher, isn't he?
They're all rubbish, though. They're so... The Misha girls, all right. Sammy, who went out, she said, oh, I'm still going to sing for the rest of my life. I bet you are. Do-do-do-do-do. Frankie Kokoza is the most objectionable human I think I've seen on anything.
No!
He's worse than Gaddafi, I'm going to say it now.
Let's have a look and see if the X Factor is up there. Yes, indeed. Yes, the X Factor bullying scandal has been in the news. They should have kept Sammy in. Not because she's good, but to help balance the stage when Craig is on the other side. John, Chappie, Alice, what else have people been talking about this week?
Libya is free. No? All right, well... It's one of those things you get over quite quickly. I was glad on the video to see it was definitely him, because I read in the paper they said that the man they'd shot lived on his own in a house with no electricity. He was living on ready meals, and all he had was a Liverpool FC mug and a signed picture of himself on the wall. And I thought, they've shot John Parrott.
I reckon he asked himself for a picture of himself. Can you imagine that? Oh, can I please have a signed photo of you? Not now, I'm eating. OK, I'll wait. He was that bonkers.
Or if he was bidding for his own signed photo on eBay.
I bid for his body on eBay. I thought you could. Because he was in this cold meat stall. And everyone was going to take photos with this dead body, and that's like redefining the word fridge magnet.
And it's the ultimate Facebook profile photo. You and a dead Gaddafi going...
When I heard Gaddafi was shot, the first thing I thought about was I wondered what they were going to do with his waxwork model in Madame Tussauds. Because it's really good.
It's just got better as they left it closer to the heater. He had a lot of work done, didn't he?
Yeah.
Would you ever consider going down that road?
Looking like Gaddafi?
Wow. You've
had dick, darling, but I ain't been a dictator.
You should put that to music. I'm a dick, darling, but I've never been
No, I wouldn't. Well, I would.
Well, have you ever had any work done?
Yes.
What have you had done?
Well, no, only Botox.
I've had Botox as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I didn't. I was not
You
on
should
me.
get your money back.
I didn't. I didn't have it done.
What, do that again? That's extraordinary.
I know. Yeah, I make Ramsey look like Hannah Montana. Don't I? They had a funeral for him. I like it. They had a funeral and they buried him in the desert, and they said, in respectful of Islamic traditions, which they did. The last time they did that was with Osama. They just kicked him off an aircraft carrier. I wonder when they catch Assad, they're going to cover him in Bovril, fire him out of a cannon into a lion's enclosure. Go, well, that is respectful of Islamic traditions.
Yes.
That's what they do.
We're really missing a trick by because I don't think there was a point when we hadn't caught any of them, and now like Hussein and Bin Laden. And I think if we had them all, you'd just make an amazing Big Brother to end on. Unbelievable. Osama is in the dairy room. Saddam Hussein is on the beanbags. Trying to fundamentalise Kerry Couture.
Let's have a look and see if Gaddafi is one of the most talked about things this week. Of course. Of course. Yes, this is the news that Libya is free now Colonel Gaddafi has been killed. I was horrified when I saw those awful pictures of his smashed-in face, and then they shot him. Sean's team.
The Queen. Did they talk about the Queen? She's basically on an official visit to Australia to apologise for what Elizabeth Hurley's done to Shane Warne.
I like the fact that if Liz Hurley and Shane Warne get married, it'll be the bride and over-groomed.
Yeah. She's basically, we've turned him into a woman. We apologise for that. He's now completely waxed. In fact, we've laminated him. She's gone over there. And she was mooned at. Apparently some Aussie...
Some arsehole.
Yeah.
They were mooned at her, and people there were shocked. They said, oh, the Queen's been mooned at. You're thinking, well, the Queen, she's seen everything. She's got 8 corgis, for Christ's sake. The stuff she's seen like brother on sister, father on son. She's just seen it all. It's just disgusting. She goes, Benji, you can't be doing that to Martha. This is just... She's seen it all over the years.
She gets for doing ordinary stuff.
Yeah.
Because the papers go, well, basically reporting that she's on a jolly for 10 days, getting flown around the world, smiling at people and shaking hands. So they go, yeah, but she's worn that dress before.
Yeah.
Go, well, whoopee shit. How about these pants on for a month? Nothing.
You know what happens with the Queen's clothes? The reason they're surprised is all her clothes get ruined by corgis. She goes up to the bedroom, the corgis just rip them off. Just strip her naked with the corgi.
Prince Philip's there going, thank you, my pretties.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she's gone on a state visit, which is supposedly like, you know, because you're ours, so I'm going to pop over and check you're not screwing it up. And that's like your boss phoning ahead and saying, I'm going to come in tomorrow. Think, right, well, I'll turn up. If she's going to go, she should have to go as, like, the secret millionaire and just, like, with a cap on, get a budget flight out, just, like, a cap pair of jeans and just sit in a bar going, so, what do you think of this bloody Queen, then?
That is an amazing Queen doing Australian. Do that again, that's an incredible...
I've seen that bloody Crocodile Dundee on the plane over here. Bloody racist, that, I think.
I would go as far as to say you should stop using any other voice.
I went to Australia. I didn't find them very welcoming because I'm quite fair-skinned and wearing shorts was a big deal. So on the first day I was there, I walked into a cafe and the guy behind the counter looked up at me and went, I don't know where it is you're from, mate, but I'm guessing it's winter there.
I'm from Wales. It's been winter there for years.
Surely as a Welshman you've been called worse things than that.
Oh yeah, but you know, it was so precise. He'd seen my thighs and thought, I'm going to take the piss out of that guy. Look at his skin.
Good accent. Can you put the bit of Queen on that?
What if the Queen was doing that?
What do you think of
Hang on, she's from Hong Kong. I can tell you that's not one of the most talked about things this week. But the Queen, as head of state, is obviously staying in Australia's most prestigious hotel, Lassiter's. John, Chappie, Alice, what else have people been talking about this week?
They're having meetings to sort out the European debt, but they can't stop bickering. Angela Merkel is basically the one who's trying to fix it all, and Silvio Berlusconi called her una colonna inchiavabile, which means an unshaggable lard arse. It just proves that if English were Italian, men would get away with a lot more. Sounds quite nice, doesn't it?
Someone in the press I read said that the relationships between the European leaders is at an all-time low. I thought, well, not really. In 1939, it was a lot worse. What do you think about it, Joe?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, looking forward.
That's the wrong answer.
Oh, shit.
It's the Eurozone crisis.
Hoping to get a point for that. Like Sarkozy's sort of involved in it quite a lot, and I just keep thinking about his wife. She's well fit. And I feel like he must be in this meeting going, oh, come on. I want to get home and... Eurozone, but... Oh, God, it's...
You've really sort of got into the psyche of a French man, I feel.
The Belgian finance minister left one meeting early because he had tickets to see Tintin. And I like the idea that when he was excusing himself, they're like, right, OK, what are we going to talk... We need to sort this out with the Greeks. And he was like, I need to shoot off. Because it's Orange Wednesday.
Let's have a look and see if the Eurozone crisis is one of the most talked about things this week. So at the end of the round, Sean, Joe and Louis have 1 point. John, Chappie and Alice have 2. Our next round is pick of the polls. Sean, Joe, Louis, what do you like the look of?
I don't know, I can't see.
I'm going to speak for you, Louis, and go for the man dancing.
OK.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
OK?
Yeah.
OK, do you want to sit down now?
I couldn't see from there, that's why.
I know, yeah.
No, not at all, no.
But this is your related question. Most people think being a bad dancer is more embarrassing than being bad at sport. True or false?
I'm brilliant at both. I couldn't tell you if I'm a better dancer or a better footballer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just outstanding at both.
What form of dance suits your moves best?
I can only dance to reggae. It's like an affliction. If it starts, I just dance, and I can only stop if someone turns it down.
Yeah. It just sort of wrestles you to the ground.
Yeah, but I'm stronger than I look, so I'll get up.
I did that Let's Dance for Comic Relief. I did Hey Mickey, and I didn't get into the final. I worked so hard on that. I worked harder on that than I did in my A-levels.
Yeah, I watched that. You're crap, that's why.
But right, let me tell you something.
Sorry, can I get a saucer of milk, please? Louis' claws are out.
I practiced so hard, I actually fractured my wrist. Did you see my cartwheel?
Fractured your wrist?
I did that on a fractured wrist.
That wasn't
OK, and afterwards
How did you fracture your wrist practicing?
Oh, God, look.
What were you doing? What was the dance?
You go, oh, Mickey, yes, and I did it like that, Hey Mickey. In my kitchen, I have a small kitchen, and I twatted it on the kitchen handle.
Sorry, your dance, I didn't see it, but your dance was that? Really? And you didn't get through to the final? You were robbed. That's amazing.
That's what they do at Heathrow to direct planes.
Oh, you all right, love? Just having a dance. Louis, when you watch other people dance, are you critical? Like when you see...
No, he's not critical at fucking all, is he?
Someone needs to let it go, Chappie. Someone needs to let... Oh, even that's better than yours. I would just say let it go, it's better. So when you watch, let's say, Cheryl Cole in a dance video, do you think, oh, she's absolutely nailed that, or do you think, oh, no? Because we wouldn't know the difference.
I mean, Jerry Halliwell wasn't very good at all. When I was on tour with the Spice Girls, she weren't good.
You were on tour with the Spice Girls. Which one were you, Sporty?
No. No, I was all of them.
Because you've changed your hair, but you look better now. You look more feminine.
And I got bigger tits.
Oh, that's genuinely confusing.
Can you get milk out of those, Louis?
Yeah, I'll put your dick in.
Literally my favourite guest. Literally my favourite guest we ever have. Oh.
Any whiskey?
I don't understand what's happening.
You don't understand what's happening? Yeah. I'll tell you what's happening, Joe.
Stop looking at me like that.
I just thought you'd join in.
Less Buffalo Soldier and more sort of Buffalo Seizure.
OK, so let's get an answer on this question. Most people think being a bad dancer is more embarrassing than being bad at sport. True or false? What do you think?
I think it's probably true.
You think it's true? OK. What do you think, John?
Well, there's no such thing as dance, is there, really?
What, sorry?
It's just arrogant walking, isn't it?
I challenge you!
You know what, Louis? I'll stick on some music, go over there, give him what for. Yeah, show him. So you said true. John, what do you think, true or false?
Well, I'm going to have to say false, because there's no such thing as dance.
He's learnt nothing this evening. OK, well, I can tell you the answer is true. Yeah, 64% of people think being a bad dancer is more embarrassing than being bad at sport. I quite often catch a girl's eye when I'm dancing, usually with my elbow. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Most useful thing your parents teach you? Alice?
Cooking, cleaning, sewing. That's what I learned from my dad. My mum taught me how to make jokes based on stereotypical perceptions of gender.
That is good, though, isn't it?
My dad said, if you go to university, you get catered halls. And I asked why, and he went, before I met your mother, I lived on boiled eggs and club biscuits. And I said, what happened? And he went, I got really horrific depression. And he just left it at that.
My parents taught me this.
Oh, wow. Do that again.
That's good.
Yeah. They taught me that. That's what they've given me.
Are they circus folk?
Sean, what did you learn from your parents?
Well, my dad, as I left home, he said, just remember this, son, the best services on the M1, Newport Pagnell. On you go.
What did your parents teach you?
Me? Price changing. Just how to take the, just how to take the label off really slowly and then change it on the food, whatever you wanted. You just
Take a label off from a cheaper item and place it on the item you would like to buy.
One, yeah.
They scan it through. It's not shoplifting.
Yeah.
This bottle of champagne's 79 pence.
My mum taught me that there's only one lake in the Lake District.
Wow. Yeah. Your mum sounds like a bundle of laughs.
And I know which lake it is. Bassenthwaite.
It's Bassenthwaite Lake.
Yeah.
What about Windermere?
We're actually brothers.
Windermere's a mere.
We're brothers. We share a mother.
Sorry, what's a mere?
A mere's, it's not a lake, but it's a different type of water. It's a mere.
It's a different type of water. A smaller version of a sea with no salt in it. It's a lake, mate. Where's your mum? Get her here now.
I don't like the way you said that. Poor up. She's watching this. Yeah. I apologise for what they've said about you, and I enjoy my lake fact, and I use it at parties.
OK, I'll give you a clue. It's to do with spending.
Always marry into money.
Don't get in debt.
What, you're pretty close with that.
Well, don't get in debt. Really don't get in debt.
I'll tell you the answer. It's the value of money. My parents taught me how to be self-reliant. Even now, if something goes wrong at 2 in the morning, I'm the one that gets up and phones my agent to send someone round to fix it. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean's team have 2 points and John's team have 2 points. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in tomorrow night to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut. That's it from us. Good night.